Uh, this tutorial, you're going to learn how to make a house, a simple house, using constraints. So go to onshape and sign in. Constraints are a way to just use accuracy with dimensions and spacing of things. Instead of just kind of slapping things on there, it's accuracy, it's precision. Create document, call it house, create public document. As before, again, if you scroll wheel zooms, if you click on the scroll wheel, it pans, right mouse button rotates. Let's click the top plane, sketch gets created. Let's hide the planes by either right clicking and hide all planes, or click the P on the keyboard, P for planes. Select the top, cube, zoom out a little bit. All right, so rectangle. There's two ways to do a rectangle. Let's click the little arrow and do the center point rectangle. And so we can make a rectangle from the middle. So click on the middle and click, move, click. Let's add our first constraint, dimensions. So click on the dimension button right there. Click on the line, move it up, and then click again. See, click, move, click. And let's do, so this is like 140.1. Let's just make it a clean 140. 140. So you type it in, press enter, and boom, there it is. Let's make this one the same thing. So click there, click, move, click. So as you hover, it kind of turns orange. You click, move, click. Let's do 140 as well. Now we got a square. So this is gonna be the same as that. That's gonna be the same as that. Let's do another one. Let's make another rectangle. So let's click the rectangle again. Hover in the middle, click, click. So you can also make a dimension in between two things. Like we just made a dimension, so this line is 140 millimeters. By the way, if your dimensions are not correct, you might have to go to the three lines right there and do workspace units and change it to millimeter. So if it says inches, I mean, it doesn't really matter because we're just learning, but millimeter is a better way to work with more precision. So double click the sketch to go back inside it. All right, let's make the dimension from this line and that line a certain length. So dimension, click the line, but then look what happens when you click this line. See, when you hover, it turns orange. Click. So now it's saying, oh, you want the dimensions from that line to that line to be something. So let's do that. So click. It says 13. Let's just make it like 5. So now if I zoom in, it's 5 millimeters. Let's do the same. Oh, let's click on top again. Let's do the same with this. So the dimension is still selected. So click, then hover, click. You can even just move it over a little bit too. Click, and let's make that 5. Click on the check, and it's just a plane. So let's extrude. Let's rotate a little bit. Oh, by the way, yeah, you can use these little arrows to rotate if you need to. If it gets kind of awkward to rotate. All right, I'm gonna extrude just this part, this middle part, the wall part, not the middle. So extrude the wall, not the middle. So click on extrude and just select what you want. So I'm just gonna hover over here and click on it and then just drag it up a little bit. I'm gonna make this 70. I'll make it 140, same as, all right, cool. So there it is, and it's a solid new, check. Looks good. Now let's make the roof. So let's, there's another way to make a sketch. You can click a plane to make a sketch, but you could also make a sketch on an object you've made. So let's just click on this side and sketch. See how I made a sketch on that object? So now let's go to, see if I rotate the right. Let's click on right. Let's zoom out a little bit. Let's click on the mouse wheel, move it down a little bit. All right, let's do the roof. Line. Hover till it looks like a little circle. That means it's the corner. So click, kind of lines it up. See that little line? It helps you out to know that that's the middle. So click there, and then go to the corner, little circle, and connect it. So now we have a triangle, and let's make another constraint. But let's use a construction line now. A construction line is a line that's just like a hidden line that you can use to, it just helps you to plan things out without it being final. So construction line, let's click here. Let's make it sure it's straight and then connect it to that. And then see, I still wanted to just press escape to break out of that. And now let's make this a dimension. So dimension, let's click that. 102, let's just do 102. Let's do this one, 102. So make these the same. And let's uncheck that to be done with that one. And now let's make this in the middle of this line. So let's click on, here's more constraints. You can add more precision. So the little arrow right there. Let's do midpoint. Midpoint. Let's click that little point right there, and then that line. That's it. It should make a midpoint. Oh, poor connection. Hold on. So yeah, that's pretty much, that's good, because we already know that that's in the middle, because when we drew it out, it showed that yellow guideline, and now we know that these two are the same, and we're good. Anyway, so now you know about construction lines, so you can use lines like that to kind of help yourself out. All right, you can also do this. You can, let's just keep going. So check. Let's rename this thing. Let's right click on the sketch one, rename, call it bottom. Let's right click this sketch 2, rename, call it top. Click on the top and extrude. And see how it's kind of going like the wrong way. So just use the arrow and just go the other way. And it's kind of like, you want it to be like perfect, to line it up right to that edge. So you can do something, let's see. Let's click on, see that little drop down arrow? It says blind. Click that, up to next. That didn't work. Let's try, let's do up to part, no. Through all, no, that's too much. Up to face. Yep. So up to face, and I just click on that. Honestly, we're just kind of messing around, learning stuff. So if that didn't work, you could just kind of eyeball it. And we know that that's 140, so I can just do 140, type it in there, and we know that's gonna be the same. So then check. Cool, so you got a hollow house with a roof. Great. So let's share that. Share. Again, individuals tab, make sure it's view, so just people can view it, not edit it. Link sharing, turn on. Copy to clipboard. Go to the house project. And on the, just hand it in right there where it says hand it in. Click there, fill the form out, paste the link, add your name and period, and that's it. Make sure you're done. Click on your name and sign out.